Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about skin undertone and DHA concentrations. This is a topic that I did already talk about on my Instagram account last year in 2023, so go check it out. But today I want to bring this back because I have a little bit more to talk about it and why is it important to consider your skin tone and your skin type, but also the DHA concentration. Because if you are a self tanner lover like me who loves to get an ultra dark tan, then these elements are very important so that you achieve not only a dark tan, but also something that is very natural looking on your skin tone. So let's go one by one. I have a couple of products here in front of me. Before I get into that, let me tell you something about the DHA concentration. So around the world, the general consensus is that Selftan products have a DHA concentration between 5 to 20%, where the professional range gets the maximum up to 20, while the products to be used at home, like a regular mousse, have maximum around 14%. However, there are products that go beyond this threshold, but also in Europe, it is important to know that in 2021, the law changed. So a lot of the brands had to reformulate their ultra dark shade and make it maximum DHA percentage of 10. This is done, I don't know, maybe to prevent the addiction of, the darkest the possible, this kind of tan. I don't know exactly. It's definitely not harmful if you use a higher DHA concentration, so let's say even 20. There have been numerous studies that prove that actually DHA is not harmful to the skin at all. Yes, in higher concentration, it might dry out your skin, especially if you have a dry skin type, but most of the cases it's not the case, because in this modern world today, the self-tan producers, they actually introduce in their self-tan care lines a lot of skincare ingredients like hyaluronic acid or shea butter or jojoba oil or castor oil, which is very beneficial, by the way. And all of these hydrators together with a higher DHA percentage doesn't dry out your skin. Well, that was it. I know that in Europe it's a kind of a bummer because basically 10% DHA, yes, it will get you dark for sure, but not probably ultra dark. However, most of these commercial brands today that sell officially in Europe as well, I think their ultra dark formula, some of them at least, get you an ultra dark tan anyway. And one of them is Bali Body from Australia. This one is the ultra dark mousse, the original mousse in ultra dark shade, put it this way. I do believe that this has 10 and not more, simply because they do sell this in Europe officially on their web store. So for this reason, I believe that this is DHA 10. This gets you a true ultra dark, but there are darker tans than this one. One of them is the Loving Tan Platinum, and Loving Tan doesn't sell this product in Europe. However, there are still some shops that do sell this and send to Europe, or you can get this on Amazon, so it works out anyway. This one is not mentioned on the website anywhere. It was in the past, I think, but this has 14. So there is a difference between 14 and 10. This one definitely gets you a little bit darker than Bali Body Ultra Dark, for sure, but maybe that's not just the DHA difference, but other ingredients that are in this product. Then, in Australia, there's literally no limits, how I said at the beginning of this video. Generally, for products that are to be used at home, the general consensus is that 14 is maximum, 14% of DHA. This one from Naked Tan, the Ultra Dark Mousse, this has actually 16. And they write it black on white on their website, 16% DHA. This gets you really true Ultra Dark self-tan color, and it's a violet base, so it's perfect for me who, I have a warm skin undertone. So this one, I wouldn't say it's necessarily darker than this one, but it's still like, with this one, I'm sure that I will get an ultra dark, a true ultra dark tan. So love this one. It's actually one of my favorites. Then in US, this is a professional range, a professional brand. They do produce some self-tan mousses, but on those products, they do not mention how high the percentage is. However, in the professional range, this is tester, put it this way, this is 18% DHA, and I used this in the past, this past summer, and I was probably the darkest that I've ever been. So with 18% DHA, I was definitely true ultra dark, put it this way. I think I really was the darkest with this one. It's not really like a mousse, it's a tanning liquid, put it this way, so it's a little bit harder to apply than the mousse, but I managed to do it. I didn't get patchy or anything. It was just a wonderful true ultra dark tan, warm brown, put it this way. Very, very beautiful. And even higher than this is 18, as I said. The British brand, how is it called, this one? Uh, Nouvotan. Nouvotan produces something even darker, or not necessarily darker, but high in concentration DHA. This is 20%. This is their ash-based tan. So I've noticed that on those maximum 20% DHA products, usually it will be an ash-based tan. This ash-based tan is meant for people with cool skin undertones, so probably not for those who are medium skin type like me. And yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I'm curious to see if this will get me at least similar as dark as this one, or maybe even darker. I have no idea, but as soon as I will try it out, I will let you know for sure. So this would be one of those that have the maximum DHA percentage in professional range. I always think that the highest percentage in DHA would be in the 20s, but I did see, I think, one brand from Australia again that was 22.5. So I could not buy this product, but maybe in the future I'll ask a friend or two to help me out with this, because I'm curious if this little difference in percentage would make a difference on my medium skin type. I believe that those with a very pale skin maybe would get a true ultra dark with this one, but for me, probably it's not going to be the case, because in order to be this true ultra dark tan, it has to be a violet base that, or a brown base at least. Anyway, I'm blabbering a lot about the DHA concentration, and I know that this is important, but what I wanted to bring in perspective today is the following: that products to be used at home around 14% max, like Nouvotan, and in the professional range around 20. There are, of course, variations above and below 20 or above and below 14. In Europe, it's just 10% DHA. Beyond the DHA, as I mentioned in a couple of videos prior, there's erythrosa, there's melanin, there's also caramel. These are other ingredients that contribute to the coloration of your skin. However, those ingredients do not work as well as the DHA does. You know that DHA is safe for everyone. Other ingredients are safe too, by the way, but DHA will work on any skin type. And on today's video, I wanted to bring this one as well, because how pale are you? How dark are you? Can you use the same product as someone who is darker or lighter than you? And this famous Fitzgerald a scale, put it this way, for skin type that goes from 1 to 6, 1 meaning those who are very pale, that almost never tan, or never tan actually, have light hair color and usually green or blue eyes. Those are type 1. Then there is type 2, who starts to tan already but usually burns all the time and has slightly darker hair color, maybe dark blonde or light brown, and still very light eye color. Then it goes type 3, which is me. People usually with beige color, skin type color, not the lightest for sure, have rather dark hair and also darker eye colors like brown or hazel, for example. And then it goes so on until, the black people, who are people of color with very dark pigmentation that, have higher melanin concentration in their skin, have dark hair and very dark brown eyes. So this is it. This is what I meant with the skin type. There is different type of, how dark or how light you can go. And if you take professional range products like this one from Son of X, they would actually recommend you, based on your skin type and also based on your skin undertone, two elements very important in choosing your Selftan product, the right one. They will make you recommendations. So for this one, I think they mentioned skin type 3 and up. So I'm definitely skin type 3. and I definitely got the darkest I've ever been with this one. But in case you're paler than me and you're one of those persons who never tan, has blonde hair or red hair, even with a lot of freckles, have rather a pink undertone or cool undertone, put it this way, this one will probably not work out for you. So you need to choose something with less DHA in it. I think there is different recommendations, but any professional brand or brand out there that produces self-tan, if they do have a lot of variation of products, they will for sure recommend you something that is best for you. Sometimes ultra dark doesn't mean it's right for you, because if you do apply too much DHA on your skin, it might overdevelop first, and second, if it does overdevelop, it might likely look orange on you, and we definitely don't want to do that, because this was one of the negatives, put it this way, of the self-tan industry in the past, that I look orange, I don't want to look like an orangutan. Well, in most modern products today, this is not the case. However, there are cases when this can happen, and this is because you simply didn't choose the right self-tan product, right shade, put it this way, for you. And whenever you will go on all of these self-tan brands, you will see the regular light, medium, and dark shade, or recently medium dark and ultra dark. If you're one of those who wants the ultra dark or the darkest shade possible, try to find out what DHA percentage is in it and for what skin type do they recommend. Usually they will write either for light skin people or medium skin type people. If you're light, maybe try first the lighter version, the lighter shade, put it this way. And if that is not dark enough for you, then go and get the darker shade. And then from this on, you'll learn which one is best for you. That was it today. Thank you for watching. Let me know below which is your favorite ultra dark tan ever and why. Thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget to self-tan and subscribe.